In today's video, we're going to take a look at how you can invest £1,000, what kind of returns you can expect from £1,000, and where it should be best placed to maximize your returns. So as is going to be the case with all these videos, I want to know that if you've had £1,000 or you did have £1,000, how would you invest it? And if you had invested it, what returns have you seen? Post your comments down below and we'll start to share what people are doing. Welcome to the channel, everybody. I'm Adam Arif, here to talk about health, wealth and finance. So today is the start of a series where we're going to talk about how you can invest £1,000. Next week we'll do £10,000 and then we're going to do £25,000 in a few weeks. These are all monetary financial amounts that over the past few years I invested in and had good returns on, varying from single percentage figures up through hundreds and hundreds of percentage figures of return. And I'm going to share those strategies, tactics and things that I did with you so that you can learn from the mistakes and also learn from the successes that I have had. So here's the things with £1,000, you're limited with what you can do with it, in the sense that it's not going to be enough to sustain most people's standard of living for a long period of time, but it is a monetary amount that you can do something with. So I'm going to break this down into 5 different areas and try and explore how and why and what I would do with it if I had that money. So a lot of people talk around investing in stocks and shares, and this is a sensible option. Over here is Tony Robbins' Money Master the Game, and he talks wisely about investing money in stocks and shares over time. And you can open up an ISA or a tax-free account if you're in America, and you can put that £1,000 in. The problem with that is if you just put that £1,000 in at a compound interest rate of 5%, let's say, you're going to be looking at about £4,000 in 30 years. Now that's not going to make any material or meaningful impact on you or your lifestyle, and it's just going to sit there and slowly build. So unless your strategy is to invest that money in and keep topping it up, then I would suggest that for this kind of monetary level isn't something that you would aim for, unless you're happy to just put that money away, you don't want to think about it, and you want to just get your returns back out in 30-35 years. Now, a common strategy for £1,000, which you can do right now, especially given marketplaces like Facebook, where you can go and acquire free items, is you can use that to go and buy items that you can do up. You can get items for free, you don't even need any money, and you can clean those up, polish up the pictures, make them look nicer, and then you can relist them on sites such as eBay, Craigslist, Gumtree in the UK, or you can republish them on Facebook Marketplace. If you have any now spout, you could probably pick up some of those bargains and resell them on. And this is actually the way that I would suggest you could probably maximize your returns. So this is the way that you could probably use the money to buy inventory or items that you can then resell and have tangible stock in that you can then keep regenerating. It might be slow at first, but the more that you can do that, the more you'll get an understanding of the products out there, and the more you'll get an understanding of what to buy, where to put your money, and then ultimately you can start to scale that. Option number 3 is not something that necessarily will give you a physical, tangible return, but it's something that I cannot recommend enough, especially given everything that's been going on in the past 12 months with COVID and lockdown, and that's to take the £1,000. Do you know what? Every single investment doesn't have to be an investment that delivers a financial return. Take the £1,000, go away on holiday somewhere, spend it on something nice, doing something with people that you want to be around. And if it's post-lockdown and you want to do something, you can fly away, go get some sun, go enjoy yourself, and just spend the whole lot and don't worry about it. Now, the next strategy is something that is technically a very unpredictable market, but it is something that I've had thousands and thousands of percentage returns on over recent years. I invested first in 2017 into digital currency, starting off with Bitcoin, invested in Ethereum, Filecoin, Maker, and all these different cryptocurrencies that have delivered me phenomenal returns. Now, as with any investment, you have to gauge whether you are prepared to take the risk of losing your money. But in terms of financial gains based on the percentage that you're putting in, cryptocurrency, if you can well research the market and you're prepared to take the risk that you may lose all your money, so this is a great option if you are prepared to lose the money and you don't need it, it's not something that you need to live off. Cryptocurrency would be a fantastic way, in my opinion, to invest that money, see significant growth and returns over time, and eventually be able to have a more scalable amount of money that you could do something more meaningful with. And the last thing I would suggest, so number 5, I would suggest you could start a business. So how do you start a business? Well, some things that you think are important in business aren't always, but they do help. For example, logos and brandings you can pick up for £50 from Fiverr. You could get a website domain, you could get an email address, you could create a identity around what your business is, and you can use that money to either buy inventory if you're going to be buying and selling stuff, a certain stock or merchandise, or you could be using it to create some of the conceptual ideas, so you've got some positive branding around your business to give the perception, or certainly give the indication that you are in business before you go out and start to acquire customers. If you've stayed this far for the video, thanks so much. Don't forget to subscribe and like. It helps with the algorithm and helps reach more people. And I'll see you in the next video.